Hey everyone, this is Salik here from Grow My Window Company, and this is the Behind the Glass podcast. A topic that's searched a lot that I wanted to talk about today is how to market your window company online. As somebody who owns a window company and who scaled his window company successfully, I have a little bit of insight on what you can do, some of the tips and tricks you can do right away that will ensure you get sales instantly. Within a few weeks, you should start seeing sales come in. So, first things first, the first thing that you need to do for your business is you need to get a website. That is step number one. I don't care if you if you say you're okay getting deals from Facebook Marketplace or Kijiji here in Canada. I don't care what the case may be. You need a website. Whether you have an Angie's listing, whether you have a Bark listing, whether you have a Home Advisor listing or Home Stars here in Canada, doesn't matter. You need a website. Why? Your website is the best way for you to give your customers your brand messaging. It is the best way to deliver your offer, your unique offer, why they need to go to you instead of the thousands of other window companies that are out there in that state. And more importantly, when you have a website, that is the only way for you to start ranking organically, and especially these days into the AI search. So if you don't have a website, if you don't have good content, then forget about it. You are not going to show up in the AI bot. So that is your number one thing that you need to do. If you don't have a website right now, reach out to us. We'll help you get a website. That is step number one. You need a website. Whether you don't do anything else at all, you need a website. Number two, you need to verify your business on Google and get a Google My Business page. Nowadays it's called Google Business Profile, but it's the exact same thing. Why do you need that? It's because when you are going to have your Google Business Profile, you will show up in your local market. The Google Business Profile works on proximity. So if people around you are searching, let's say you're in Atlanta and your customers are searching for the best window company in Atlanta, the best window company, the best window installers in Atlanta, etc., etc. You want to make sure that you show up for those searches. And if you see in Google, you'll see that at the very top you'll see the sponsored. Nowadays you see ads. Sometimes you see the ads first, then AI later. Sorry, I meant nowadays you see AI and then ads. But for the most part, you're going to see ads and then the AI section, and then the map section. It's another way for you to get found by your customers, and it's important because that's the only way customers can see your Google reviews. There's no other way for you to get reviews on Google if you do not have a Google My Business page. And we know in this business, in the windows and doors business, reviews are very important, especially if you are doing things ethically, you are providing a high quality product and service in the windows and door space. It's very important that you have those reviews to back up your claim. Number three, by far the most effective way, in my opinion, and in my practice, and in my experience, is to run Google Ads. Now, these days, you have a new thing called your LSAs, your local service ads. It's all under the same umbrella of Google Ads. This is the most powerful thing that you can ever use. Why? Instantly, you can start targeting keywords that people are looking for in your area. If you haven't had the time to create the content, if you are not a good writer, if you haven't had the time to get the right backlinks or fix the UX of your website, one thing you can do right away is start running Google Ads. Google Ads, and has to be done the proper way, obviously, but it can help you target your ideal customer, a customer that's looking for you right now, looking for the most reliable windows and doors installer in Texas, in Houston, the most reliable windows and doors installer in Dallas, for example. The list goes on. And you can target your competitors with this. How that works is basically you are bidding for keywords, and based on a bunch of factors, I'm simplifying this for you in a very short video, but there's a bunch of factors that determine whether your ad is going to show up or not. But it's a great way to start competing with with the bigger boys in your market and try to get some of their market share. What's best about Google Ads is you are showing up in front of people that are actively looking for you. So when you're on the phone with those calls that are coming in via Google Ads, there's very little friction. They know what they want. They're the ones who reach out to you, not the other way. And mostly, with our practice, at least for Google Ads and LSA, we see that all the appointments that do get booked, 80% of those do close. So it's a very effective form of advertising. Number 4 is posting on social media. Meta, so formerly known as Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Believe it or not, LinkedIn is a very powerful platform also. So you can just target here, and with social media especially, one of the tricky things is you have to be social. So you need to be consistent. You need to be making sure that you are posting pictures of job sites, befores and afters, some videos of customers with their consent, and also posting personal stuff, what you're doing in your life. Be a little bit more relatable with your clientele. Same thing with Instagram, Facebook, and with Meta and Instagram. The content will be somewhat similar. But another really effective way of marketing your windows and doors business is LinkedIn. Now, LinkedIn is nowhere near a Google or a Facebook in terms of lead gen, but it's very effective for you to get in front of get in front of that professional, get in front of people who have disposable income. Because let's face it, windows and doors are not like roofing, or they're not like this product is not like your air conditioning or your plumbing. This is a luxury product, especially if you're serving a higher end clientele. It's very important that you are in front of these people, especially who have more disposable income. LinkedIn is the place where they hang out. You can be in front of them, post stuff that they would be interested in. And I'm not saying that it will be a massive lead generator for you. However, it's just one more point of contact for you to be in front of your ideal customer. Number 5, post on your personal social media profiles. You'll be surprised how many people are going to give you business just by you posting in your WhatsApp groups, your Facebook, on your Facebook wall, your Instagram stories. I used to do this when I started my company, and I got a bunch of deals. Now, again, it's nowhere near what you're going to get from any paid form of advertising, but this is definitely a way that you can get some good deals. Any deal is a good deal that's going to pay you. So make sure you're posting maybe on a weekly basis, 2 or 3 times a week even is fine. Doesn't have to be super aggressive. You can do something like, hey, we finished this job over here. If you know anybody who wants, their windows and doors done, feel free to reach out to me, etc., etc. And make sure you're posting that on LinkedIn as well. Number 6, the most underrated form of advertising is lawn signs. I cannot tell you how many deals I have received just by lawn signs. Make sure your lawn sign is put properly. Make sure it is put in a way that oncoming traffic can see it. Make sure you put not 1 but 2 lawn signs if your customer allows you to make sure, especially on neighborhoods where you have two-way traffic, make sure you have 2 and angle them in a way that the person coming on traffic can see, the oncoming traffic can see those signs very visibly. One of the things that I would do is during my sale, when I was on the road selling windows, and we do this with all of our sales reps, is we'll tell them, hey, we'll give you, a $10 gift card or a $20 gift card if you allow us to just put a lawn sign on your outside your house. 9 times out of 10, they're going to say yes. Now, if they take them off, that's a different story. But I can assure you, most people are decent people. They will not take it off. They'll leave it on. So we would say, hey, just let us keep it on for 3 weeks. Remove it after 3 weeks, and we'll give you a $50 gift card. Amazon, here in Canada, Tim Hortons. No one says no to Tim's here, so that's one of the ways you can definitely get referrals. Another thing that you can do is when you have your job site, when you have your installs going in, make sure that your sales rep who sold the job or the installers, they go around at least 5 houses on both sides, to just let homeowners know that you guys are doing you're putting in windows for their neighbor, that if they're looking for windows, somebody can come and give them a quote. One of the most underrated ways of getting deals is this. It's a little bit of work, yes, but for sales reps, if you're in the windows and door sales profession, this is a no-brainer. You should not be missing this out. Know when your installs are going in. Soon you're there at the site. That's when a lot of the times you're going to see people coming out and seeing what's going on in their neighborhood. You can go ring every single door. I used to do 10 each side. You can do 5. You can do 3. The more the merrier. Just don't overlook this. This is a very, very important way of getting leads. You can go, just let them know, hey, we are in the area doing windows for your neighbor. If you're looking to upgrade your windows as well, we can help you out. Present your offer in an elevator pitch and get out. That's it. I would even have a letter that I had this, if maybe sometime I'll share it on this podcast, but I had this letter that I had hundreds of sheets printed out. I just go and put them in people's mailboxes as well. And people would call back. Number 7, definitely have your truck wrapped. Or your car. If you don't have a truck, you have your car that you're using for the house. I would even wrap that if I don't have any company trucks of my own. If I'm a smaller guy, I'd wrap it, have your logo, have your website, have your phone number and email on the car as well. Direct mail is very, very powerful still. It is dying. It is on the decline. However, it is still very powerful, especially if you use a service that allows you to target demographics down to, with more details. So we were able to get a lot of leads this way. We made sure that we went after the very, the creme de la creme of our market, and we were able to get those big deals, those deals that pay you, 40%, at least, sometimes 50%, sometimes even 100% margins. Very, very powerful deals that you can get from direct mail if the service is good. However, I would still argue that online you will get better leads. BNI meetings, super boring. I know it's not for everyone, but if you are new, you do have the time, definitely go to BNI meetings, or get your sales reps to go to BNI meetings if you have a new sales rep. Pay for them if they're working full commission. Just pay for their yearly membership, and make sure that they show up and they do a good job presenting. You'll get at least 2 deals out of the month from there, because of their format. Everybody has to get at least 2 referrals. At the bare minimum, that's what you'll get. Networking with complementing businesses. What do I mean by that? Go to meetups, go to home shows, give your business cards to shutter companies, to home restoration companies, to insurance adjusters. A very big way of getting deals is through insurance companies. We used to get commercial deals all the time from insurance adjusters. Make sure you're networking. Make sure, glass wall companies are great. Even roofing companies are great. I would say network with anybody in the home renovation space that is not doing exclusively windows. Window tinting is great. Do not go for glass replacement companies. You're going to shoot yourself in the foot. Those are your strict competitors. Do not go after those. You want to talk your customers out of replacing the glass and replacing the entire window. We can talk about that idea, how to position that as well, maybe in another episode. But do not go after glass replacement companies. Window tinting companies are great. They will have referrals. Shutter companies are great. Like I said, one of the most underrated is insurance companies. Make sure you're friends with these restoration companies that work for insurance companies. So that's pretty much it, guys. If you guys are looking to market your windows and doors company, you can reach out to us. You can go to our website, www.growmywindowcompany.com. There you can book a complimentary session with me. We can go over, what's going on, what's working, what's not working. And I hope this is our first episode of the Behind the Glass podcast. We hope to doing this more on a regular basis, to help window company owners out, scale their company. How do encourage them? Sometimes I know it can be, being an entrepreneur can be very lonely. So the whole purpose of the podcast is to give windows and doors companies a little bit more love, a little bit direction, especially if they're stuck. They don't know how to get their next deal, that you don't have a good flow of leads coming in, then hopefully this podcast will help you fix that problem. That being said, I'm out for now. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day.